everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm dressed exactly the same as when I posted my other Tourette's video because I am filming it straight away after. While I'm talking about Tourette's, I like to get these videos out because I don't really like bringing it up too many times in my life more than once. So today's video is things that you shouldn't say to people with Tourette's, and I'm going to react to them. I feel like some of these might make me a little bit angry. Potentially. I think there might be about 7 things that I'm reacting to. I'm not sure, but let's see the first one. The first one is, you don't seem like you have Tourette's. And actually this one hit really hard because I had a video, a comment on one of my other videos, like, you don't seem like you have Tourette's, like, you definitely don't have them, like, they're not bad enough in this video. You cannot tell someone whether they have Tourette's or not. Like, you don't have the ability to do that. Like, someone couldn't tell me that they are depressed and I go, actually, Jack, you're not depressed. Like, you're not depressed. Especially when people have actually been diagnosed with it, it's on their medical records. You can't tell someone that they don't have it. Also, what does you don't seem like you have Tourette's mean? Like, what would it seem like if I did have them? Like, I wouldn't be a different person. Nothing would be completely different with me if I didn't have Tourette's. I just wouldn't shake my head and twitch and do little body things, whatever I do. Wow, I really said that it was gonna anger me a little bit, and the first one really got me. Okay, the second one is, why don't you swear? And I think this is a fair enough assumption to make. Definitely because the media portrays Tourette's as someone screaming, you know, swear words at the top of their lungs in every situation that they shouldn't do it. But only about 10% of people with Tourette's actually do swear, like, you know, like vocally have that as one of their tics. I don't swear because I don't even have vocal tics. I only have motor tics. But I do think it's the media's fault for the fact that people with Tourette's are portrayed this way. And I couldn't tell you, in my head, I couldn't think of an actress in a movie who actually has tics or has Tourette's that isn't just used as a bit of comedic relief, which is almost quite insulting if you think of a really serious situation in a show and they just have a character like that's going to have Tourette's so that they can like shout stuff in the middle of it, because that's not how people are at all with Tourette's. And I can guarantee you that they probably don't find it funny when they're doing it. I think definitely people could do with doing some more research into it, but I say people could do with doing more research into it, but I could definitely do more research into other, you know, like, I was gonna say mental disorders, but I don't really know if that's the right word. I could do more research into other things, but I haven't because it doesn't personally affect me. So I understand why people haven't, but I think more awareness needs to be brought to the fact that people with Tourette's and tics don't go around screaming all the time, but some might. Some people might go around swearing, and that is completely okay because they can't help it. Right, this one here says it's all in your mind. I can guarantee you it is something going on up there. Tourette's and tics is going on in my mind, but it's not a made up thing. It's something like physically, chemically wrong with your brain. People aren't making it up, and I promise you, I don't want it. I don't want tics. If I could stop them, I would. I've never ever actually had someone say that to me, but to make people feel like they would go through literal, like, everyone has had nasty comments that has Tourette's, will have had nasty comments about it at some point, that we're making that up and it's all in our mind and, like, you know, we could stop it if we wanted to, is really bad because, like, no, we can't. And I know some people can get tics from anxiety, like get like anxious tics and stuff like that. But again, even that, it's not something that you can control. I don't think people will ever be able to understand what it's like to have tics and how little you can actually control them until they were put in a situation where they had them. The next one is really bad. I've never had this happen to me either, but it says stop drawing attention to us. If you've ever had that said to you, I'm so sorry for you. Like, I feel so bad for you. That is horrendous. Because when tics are bad, the only thing you want to do is crawl in a hole and let them just happen so that you can just be normal again after. Normal with, you know what I mean, tic free we'll go with. If I was friends with someone and said stop drawing attention to us, I would not be friends with them after that. If they knew that it was Tourette's and they knew that I couldn't help it, because I think especially in public places, if you had vocal tics, you would feel so uncomfortable anyway, especially if it was swearing and maybe it was around young children. You would already feel uncomfortable, and then for someone that you're meant to be friends with, you're meant to actually be out with, saying stop drawing attention to us, I think is really, really horrible. And if that's someone that you consider as a friend, then I think you need to reconsider that, because that is really bad. The next one is, it must be hard for you to date. I think this says more about the person who said that comment than it does about the person with the Tourette's, because it's the fact that you would struggle to date someone with Tourette's. That's the problem there. But hear me out. I understand that just might be really unattractive to some people. That might not be what they... Obviously, I don't think tics is attractive to people, but some people might not care. Some people just might not want to date someone with Tourette's, and that is okay. But I think for someone to assume that you struggle dating because of it is quite bad, because that would make me feel really, really undesirable. I have never had problems dating. I've been in like 2 proper relationships, so I'm not speaking from experience on struggling to date. However, I've had things with people, just like little like situationships where we're talking, and I know that my tics have been somewhat of a problem in there. Not a problem, but I know that it puts them off me. I know personally for myself, I could not date someone with tics, but it sets my tics off. Like, I can't watch YouTube videos, YouTube creators who have tics or Tourette's, which makes me feel awful because I would love to support them, but it sets my own tics off seeing other people tic. I don't blame the people I was talking to that they found my tics unattractive, and I think this is coming from a place of, I find mine unattractive. They make me feel unattractive, really. This is going a lot deeper than I thought it was going to, and I'm really thinking deeply into this. But I would never hide the fact that I don't like having Tourette's. I don't embrace them. I don't think it's part of what makes me who I am. That's just not how I feel about them. But yeah, to sum that up, I think it's bad to assume that people wouldn't date you because of Tourette's. And I definitely have been in situations where the people haven't said outright to me, haven't gone, I find this really unattractive, as they should, like they shouldn't say that anyway. So it's not like, well done for you to doing that. Like, no, that's the bare minimum. But I know that makes people less attracted to me, which is okay, you do you. Moving on from that conversation, because that got weirdly deep. But actually, I do want to add to that it isn't always hard to date. When you find people that just do not care, they don't care, they love you for who you are, it doesn't always have to be hard to date. And I understand my tics, they're not the most out there, they're not loud, I can hide them if I really wanted to, but it doesn't always have to be hard. No one should ever say anything at all that is negative about your tics in a situation, if you're in a relationship with them. If my boyfriend now said something negative about my tics, we gone. This next one, wow, it bothers me. It bothers me so much when people say, I think I have Tourette's too. I think I have tics too. Like, no, you don't. Some people might, but hear me out. It's when people that I might be twitching and they go, oh my god, I think it's Tourette's. Like, I think I've got a tic, I've got a new tic. And it's like, no, your eye's just twitching. Or when people just swear a lot in their sentence and they go, oh my god, it's basically like I've got Tourette's. No, you haven't. I think this one is probably one of the ones that bothers me the most. You can't say, oh my god, I think I've got Tourette's because you're swearing too much in a sentence. It's not like that at all. If you actually thought that you had tics and Tourette's, you would talk to someone who understood, or you could, you know, talk to the doctors or something. But that's not just screaming swear words all the time and going, oh lads, I have Tourette's, like, no. And sometimes I don't know if people even realise that I've had Tourette's, well, I have Tourette's, because they'll make them jokes around me. And I think everyone knows that I twitch and have, you know, like some sort of twitch. I don't think people knew it was Tourette's. So when they make them jokes around me, I don't really laugh. Like, I don't really find it funny at all. But yeah, let me make it clear, if you had tics or Tourette's, you would know, and you wouldn't be screaming about it to your mates, because you wouldn't be happy about it. It wouldn't be something that you wanted everyone to know. And the last one is, I'm sure you'll overcome it, which is a weird one to say to someone, because it's not like anxiety where you could tell someone, oh, like, I'm sure you'll overcome it, like, I hope you overcome that, or depression, where you can be like, you know, hopefully, like, through therapy and like a better life situation, maybe you can get through this. Like, no, it's something medically wrong with me. I'm not going to overcome it. It's not just going to disappear. It can get better, it can get worse, but it's not just going to be overcome. That was it for this video. I feel really deep now about some of the answers to them questions, because I don't really sit and think about my Tourette's a lot. I like to block them out and ignore them to the best of my ability. And I want people to know that I'm always here to talk to. If you felt like you needed to talk to someone with Tourette's, you can comment down in the comments. I think I have my Instagram linked in a few of my older videos, like in the bio, or I might put it in this video just for the sake of this. You can message me on there. I promise I'm here to talk to you about it, because for so long, I don't really even know anyone now that's got tics, but I know that it's more of a normal thing because of social media. I don't want anyone to feel alone. So I'm going to leave this video there, but just know that I'm here if you want to talk to me. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.